guys, welcome back to my channel Dragon Rage videos. So it's been such a long time since I've uploaded a Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. So I did have this battle about 2 days ago with a trainer called Gigatsu, and she's rocking a full evolution team minus the Absol obviously. I still have my in-game team, so I do love my in-game team. I think it's a great balance. So I'm actually going to go ahead and lead off with my Necrozma just to get the rocks up. Not too sure what she wanted to lead off with. Hope you guys enjoy this battle. Let's get right into it. So she decides to lead off with the Umbreon. As I said, I'm going to lead off with my Necrozma just to get the rocks up. I don't have any attack that can really touch an Umbreon anyway. So there's my rocks. She decides to go for a Swagger. So pretty unique move for an Umbreon. I'm not going to stay in anyway. As I said, I don't have any moves to actually hit the Umbreon, so I'm going to switch out into my Ampharos now. My Ampharos does carry the Signal Beam. She's just going to go straight for a Toxic, so she's a Swagger Toxic Stally set. So I'm going to get damaged a little bit by the poison there. So I'm going to fire off the Signal Beam after a Quick Claw activation. And for a non-stab, it does respectable amount of damage. I'm thinking she's probably invested in defense as opposed to special defense. So I do get the confusion. She does break through it and goes for her own Swagger, so I'm now confused as well. So at this point, I'm not going to stay in. I'm actually going to switch out of here and go for a Volt Switch. So she actually decides to withdraw. She sends out her Leafeon. So there's the confusion. I do break through the confusion and I get the Volt Switch off. And it does a decent amount of damage for a resisted move. So I'm going to go ahead and send out my Arcanine now. And at this point, it's pretty obvious she's going to probably switch out into her Vaporeon. So I'm just going to go straight for the Will-O-Wisp. So there's the Will-O-Wisp. I do land it. And that's going to be pretty good for Vaporeon. It's going to do a bit of residual damage over time. So I might put it in range for a later Pokemon to revenge kill. So I'm actually going to switch out now, obviously, and send out my Ampharos again. And she's going to fire off the Ice Beam. And unfortunately, she does get a crit. And with the toxic damage, I'm pretty much under half health now. And she decided she's not going to muck around. She's going to go straight for her Z move and finish off my Ampharos. So at this point, I'm going to actually send out my starter, the Decidueye. Great matchup for Vaporeon. And I'm going to go straight for the Leaf Blade. So she's going to switch out into her Leafeon. Sylveon. And she's going to take a Leaf Blade to the face. I don't know why she decided to do that. And that does a ton of damage and literally leaves the Sylveon on 1 HP, a smither of health. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish it off with another Leaf Blade. So she decided to sack off her Sylveon pretty early in the game. So here comes the Umbreon again. And she's just going to go for a Protect. So she pretty much got the Stealth Rock's damage back from the leftovers recovery. I'm just going to keep going for a Leaf Blade anyway. And luckily I do avoid the Swagger. So I knew she was going to go for another Protect here. I actually took this opportunity to heal up. So Decidueye is back at full HP now. So she decided to switch out. I'm expecting her Eeveloutions to come in, and it does. And I'm just going to go for another Leaf Blade here, and it still does a decent amount of damage. And this is where I messed up, guys. Actually went for a Sucker Punch because I know there's no way Decidueye can outspeed a Jolly Eevelion. However, she actually decided to go for her own Synthesis, so that was my mistake there. So at this point, I'm actually going to switch out my Decidueye and preserve it for a bit later in case I need it, and send out my Arcanine. She's just going to go for another healing move. So her Eevelion is pretty much back at full HP now. And regardless of that, I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz anyway, expecting the Vaporeon to come in. So here comes in the Vaporeon. It's going to take some Stealth Rock damage. And it's going to take a Flare Blitz to the face. And this is where the burn comes in handy, so that little bit of Decidueye damage actually put it in range for an extreme speed, so I'm actually going to finish it off with an extreme speed. And down goes the Vaporeon. So she's got an Absol now. I'm just going to go for another Flare Blitz. She actually carries Stone Edge. Not only does she land it, she actually gets a crit as well, which is very unfortunate. So I'm going to go for a Flare Blitz now, and most likely my Arcanine is going to die from recoil damage. But he's still done a fantastic job being able to take out the Vaporeon and pretty much killing the Absol. So I'm going to send out my Aerodactyl now. And I'm just going to go for the Mega Evolution. She's actually going to withdraw her Absol, send out her Eeveloutions. So she goes for a Grass Whistle, but she can't get me because I'm high up in the air. She's actually going to withdraw now, send out her Jolteon. So ideally, Jolteon is a great counter to Aerodactyl, but because I'm a Mega Aerodactyl and I've got the Tough Calls ability, that does a decent amount of damage, pretty much putting it in range to take it out with a Fire Fang. So she's just going to go for another Protect here, probably get some leftovers recovery. So I went for a Fire Fang, and obviously that's protected. So I just went for another Fire Fang here, a Rock Slide, and unfortunately it misses. And she's just going to go for a Swagger now. So she's giving me a +2 on attack. But obviously I'm still confused now. So she's going to go for another Protect now. So this damn Umbreon is very bulky, very annoying, but he is my favorite evolution. So I'm just going to go for a rock slide. Luckily I snap out of confusion now, and I'm going to go for a +2 rock slide. And down goes Umbreon. So she's pretty much got down to 2 Pokemon, her Leafeon and her Absol. So she luckily gets a quick call activation and lands the Grass Whistle, which is a 55% accurate move. So she does land it on my Aerodactyl, so very lucky for her. And Aerodactyl is going to be fast asleep, so she's just going to go for a Leaf Blade now. So I'm going to go for another Rock Slide, but unfortunately Aerodactyl is still fast asleep. And luckily again for her, she managed to get another quick call activation, and surprisingly a Leafeon takes out a Aerodactyl. That's something you don't see every day, guys, so I mean, good on her. Luck was in her favor. So I'm going to send out my Necrozma now. I'm not playing around. I'm just going to go ahead and finish off this Leafeon with my Z move. So finally the Leafeon goes down, and her Absol is just going to die from Stealth Rock's damage. So that's the battle, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. She was a pretty tough opponent. I had fun with it. And thanks for watching if you guys watched to the end, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload.